Thank you, Kat. We have breaking news because it's kind of funny because just as KT was getting off of the Zoom call with us.
Oh, the call.
Yeah, the Zoom call.
Oh, okay.
He was asking, where's Tobosh? Did we get rid of Tobosh? And I said, no. I said, he's going to be here. He's like, he's going to be talking Rangers. I said, sure, we got a Rangers segment potted up for him. But join us in the studio right now as his theme music plays. We had to explain to KT that his entry, he has to make an interest because he's the only one that deserves it. At Tobosh10 on Twitter, when he comes in here, it turns into the Tobosh show. I don't know if you know that. That's what they call it.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, there you go. At Tobosh10 on Twitter, get over there and follow that account because they talk God, sports, and porn. And how you doing today, man? You were flying out last week. Now you're back. How's everything going?
Man, it's going.
It's going?
Life is still rolling, man. Like, it's a freight train.
Are you still shaking the cobwebs out from where you're at, Vegas?
I did that yesterday.
Okay.
So when I got home, I just chilled.
Okay.
Chilled all day. Cooked out in the backyard.
Okay.
Had some people over.
Okay. Little get together. That's what they call it.
A quick little family feeding.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody come down to the trough.
Yeah. So everything's good. Everything went good up in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Anybody approach you? Any autographs? Anybody approach you?
I didn't sign any autographs.
You didn't sign any ladies, did you? No, okay. No babies or anything like
that? No contracts, no nothing like that. As I told y'all on the break, I left all the babies in the napkin.
Smart man.
Smart man.
That's the way to do it.
No, but I mean, that city is on fire, man. Like, went down to Fremont Street and was just expecting it just to be like a masked up, everybody wearing gloves, chilling situation.
Yeah, they were free.
Nah. That thing looked like opening day. You know when you kick over an ant pile and all the ants just go everywhere. Protect the queen.
They just scatter.
That what was pretty much the whole scene in Vegas, man, over the weekend, and I appreciate it.
Well, good. We got you here as we were getting ready to talk. We were getting ready to go above the rim and talk basketball because right now the Dallas Mavericks are taking on the Golden State Warriors, and Billy, it's looking good right now. You know, Billy's happy. They had to bounce back from last night. Did you see last night?
I saw all that last night.
Well, when the show started, I went ahead and issued an apology to Billy, Kat, you, Quincy, all MFFLs. I forgot to leave Billy's kids out there. You guys all deserve an apology because, you know, what the Mavs put on the floor last night, you didn't deserve that. You deserve better than what the Mavs gave you last night. And it just was wrong what they did, man. They should, as I say all the time, when they play like this, they ought to be ashamed of the product that they put on the floor last night.
Well, you know what? Keep the apology because what you did to the defending champions when they came into your building was quite impressive. Even though
they didn't have the main guy.
Even though, well,
I mean, he was there. You know, we didn't link up or nothing this time. You know, COVID. We had to kind of, but you know, next time he'll get at your boy.
Anthony Davis played just a little bit, and so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing him get his wheels under him. However, dear Mavericks, you did good.
Okay.
And even you, KP, in the first game, but in the second game, and I said this weeks ago, if I don't see you in both games, we're gonna have problems, sir. And we do from here on out. I do not want you to be a Dallas Maverick next season.
Who's that?
Kristaps Porzingis.
Wow.
I really.
Well, you can forget about that because Cuban already made that known.
He talks, but sometimes you must not listen to when he talks.
Why is he the owner?
Because just the other day when they had the GM on the show on one of the radio shows here in Dallas, I can say it, KNT Masterpiece, 105.3 The Fan.
Yeah.
10 to 2.
They had him on.
They had on Donnie.
I thought they had Mark Cuban.
Well, they had him on too.
Okay.
But they asked Donnie a specific question: will the roster change? And Donnie said, "No, we like our guys just like that." And then a few hours later, JJ Redick is on your roster. Don't know how he appeared, but JJ Redick is on your roster.
Well, and do you know why that is? Do you remember what JJ Redick's words were when he did his podcast? He said, "When I talked to Mark."
Yeah.
So Mark is the one who made the move.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Mm-hmm. Like they want to keep everything poker face, keep it hush hush. And here's a Maverick fan, being a lifelong just DFW sports fan in general. Y'all full of shit, ownerships. All of y'all.
Even my guy Jerry?
Whenever they talk, I don't listen. You know how? Do you know how I know they're lying?
Well, yeah, because Jerry Jones got on TV one time and said, "I don't believe in firing the head coach
Well,
in the
no.
season." And then,
it's because their lips are moving.
right.
And so that's an old DFW media adage. By the way, shout out to Clarence Hill. It's his birthday today.
Chill.
Happy 56,
Get
sir.
that man some hen doggy dog.
Crown.
Crown. Yeah,
There
he
you
like
go.
that crown. He like that brown.
But yeah, I am proud of what they did over the weekend. I'm not proud of Porzingis, and so I don't want you in the lineup next year. I don't want you wearing the green or the blue next year. So y'all got to find yourselves another white big man. Sorry. Oh, what's his name? Gasol was like hugging up on Luka a lot. Maybe we want him here. Kawhi had fun with him, so maybe he can go build something with 77. But I don't want number 6 here next year, and that's a fact.
Well, why are you upset at number 6? We've already had it confirmed that it's the organization that's making him sit out games.
It's not.
But and I'd say now we saw him roll his ankle on national television.
Yeah.
We saw
did.
that.
That's fine.
Yeah, we saw it.
Did you see Steph roll his ankle the other day?
Steph broke his booty bone a couple weeks ago and was been gone for a minute.
Yeah. Did you see Steph roll his ankle the other day on
Yeah,
a
but you
quote unquote defensive stop?
You saw
And then
him roll his ankle.
And
though.
then look where he is right now. It's on the court. 'Cause he likes to hoop.
But we saw him roll his ankle.
I think guys want to hoop and not make it a business decision. Okay. He makes it a business decision. I'm sorry.
What's the name? At the beginning of the season, he was out when he rolled his ankle.
Who was that?
The guy from why am I shooting blank on his name? Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant.
Yeah.
He rolled his ankle and he was out.
How long was he out?
Almost a
For a
month.
little minute, yeah.
Almost a month.
So that was severe. And well, I actually did see that one.
A lot of people.
It wasn't a month. It wasn't that long.
But
'cause
I'm saying
saw
a lot of players
couple
have rolled
weeks.
their ankles the past couple weeks. A lot of them.
Okay, cool. I'll give you the ankle.
Okay.
And I'll raise you this.
What's that?
What about everything damn thing else? So let's start. Now to add to the injuries. Now we have an ankle, and then there was a shoulder, and then there was a foot, and then there was a knee, and then there was a nightclub, and then there was a bitch.
Okay, well that was
in
before
the in the apartment.
You want to take over here? You want to help you guys?
So it's a whole laundry list with this dude.
Well, so with Kristaps Porzingis, I mean, I was of the mindset. I told y'all I thought he was going to play on the second Lakers game, right? Because he played the back-to-back, and then we were like, okay.
Well, no, I told you that week. I said,
Yeah.
if he plays Thursday, he ain't playing Saturday.
Well, see, my whole thing was I felt like he did not play on Saturday because of the ankle roll. I couldn't get over the fact that, okay, he had this ankle thing. I thought that if he got enough treatment, he would get out there and give us some runs. So when they said he wasn't playing, I didn't just immediately assume, okay, dude's just sitting out another game. You know, maybe the ankle is bad. And then he he's missing tonight, right? So I don't know is it really an ankle or are the Mavericks just saying that or I don't know what the plan is. We saw that, man, but my thing is
limped off.
I become confused on what the Mavericks are doing because they say that, okay, we're not going to use KP. We're not going to use him on the second night back to back. We're trying to preserve him. Okay. But like I said, we're in the middle of a playoff run or push to try to get a certain seed. You need all these guys. So if he is healthy enough to play, you're going to be hurt when you play. I've heard Barkley and those guys say it all the time. You're going to play hurt. It's hard to play injured. If he's just hurting, he's got to get out there and tough it out to your point and go play and everything. I don't know, but the way the Mavericks have this all structured and what they talk and what they say to us, they're like, okay, no, we're the ones who are holding him back. I don't really know which side to take on it. All I know is I need my guy out there on the floor playing basketball because he makes the team better when he's out there. We can't ask Luka to do it by himself. And then they got other guys missing. Josh Richardson is gone. I mean, you were missing
last
Maxey.
night, I don't know what that was. It seemed like everybody in the world was gone.
So I don't know what the plan is, man. But, you know, I tell you this, Vosh, I'll have to agree with you. Next year or this offseason, if there is a way to move him too. But if there's a way to move KP and get something of value, then I look into it because you do need to have your guys out there. It can't just be Luka and then KP half the season. And, you know, when KP's out there, they don't really seem like they have a plan on how to use them. If you're not going to use them, just stop wasting time. Let's go ahead and do something.
We're talking Mavs right here. At halftime, the Mavericks are up 62-29 over the Golden State Warriors.
Without KP.
I just wanted I don't know.
Throw that in.
Without KP, right?
So
So cool. It's a great incentive for him to stay his ass off the court because we all
You know what this is all about,
he
though,
doesn't
right? You
want.
know what this is, though, right?
He doesn't want to be there. So
So you know what this is all about.
What is it?
This is what they've drawn up in their mind,
Who is they?
the Mavericks,
Okay.
because he got hurt in the playoffs.
Front office.
Yeah, front office. They say, well, let's keep him out. Because it was, like I said, it was made known when the season started that he wasn't playing back-to-backs. Rick Carlisle made that known. It wasn't a secret. So this whole he's missing games, it's not a shock to me because they made that known from the jump. But I was telling Bastick and I told Majors and I told Kevin Hagelin on the KMC Master, I said their thinking is that they're saving him for the playoffs. That's why they're making him sit out this many games. So they think that he's gonna play a lot of minutes in the playoffs. That's why they're trying to reserve him now. That's what they're doing. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but that's what it's looking like. You're going to see him play, if he plays back-to-back, you're going to see him play a lot of minutes and games in the playoffs. He's not going to be missing back-to-backs and none of that in this upcoming playoff.
Well, there won't be any back-to-backs. They'll just be,
Yeah, every other day, but they feel like they can maximize him more in the playoffs than regular season.
Because you won't have to worry about that.
To me, that defeats the purpose of having a number 2 player.
It does.
I agree.
It really. I agree. But at the same time, we gave him max money, and I was telling Bastick this last night when we were talking. You do realize he's the second player to get a max contract here in Dallas, in the Cuban era,
and then not play it out
in the Cuban era.
So okay, so real quick, like if you want to think about going down the list of number 2 guys on each team, and then what they make, and what they contribute to their teams, this dude has to be number 1 as far as not giving game time, maximum effort type stuff versus what he makes, going to the bank. I mean, like it has to be, he has to be like destroying everybody else besides like people like Durant because he was truly injured, right? Can we say the KD or Kyrie or even Harden or truly injured because they're number 1 or number 2? We really don't know who number 2 is.
James Harden is really injured.
Okay, so what's
Kyrie don't have any. He just said, I just don't want to come to work today.
Okay, so he's like the only person in the league that has that whole leeway when he tells you that he's not playing.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it.
I'm calling in every
and a lot of this, like I'm looking at the NBA. A lot of this I feel like the players are going at the NBA themselves with these missing games. Like you turn on the game, you want to see Durant playing like that. I feel like they all in on it together with trying to get back to the NBA for how they did this season, how they bought the season about, how they did the All-Star game. So they basically saying like, okay, well, here's the thing, Memphis. Yeah, we're gonna play, but we're gonna play when we want to play. How about that?
I do know that.
And the NBA has been a lot lenient. If you notice, the NBA has been a lot lenient on players missing.
Yeah, but have you noticed though the architect person, public enemy number 1, who was notorious for missing games because of rest, isn't really missing games because of rest lately.
You talking about Kawhi?
Yeah. And then Paul George is pretty much carrying the load for the Clippers all year.
And what's funny about that is the Clippers last year, they did the same thing that the Mavericks are doing with KP. The Clippers did with Kawhi, and then this year coming back, the Clippers were like, no, we're not doing that again this year. It didn't work. So I feel like maybe that's what's going to happen with the Mavericks next season. We're going to try. The Clippers tried it, and they got eliminated second round.
Yep.
So they said
they blew a three game lead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right to Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Jamal Murray.
then they said, well, nah, this whole resting him back to back and all that. Nah, we done with that. That I don't even think that's happened this year. He might have missed a couple games, but he ain't been sitting out games like that.
Yeah, no, not multiple games.
But
like
the Mavericks obviously need to go through the same thing because Cuban has this thing still where he thinks he's smarter than everybody in the room. So to him, he thinks that what he's doing is going to work.
Cuban?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look at the roster that's constructed. It's still reminiscent of the 2011 team. I'm gonna go get guys to put around a star player and put them out there on the floor, role player guys, and try to win a championship. I win the game. That's the exact same reminiscent of 2011. All his rosters are the same way because he's still in the mind frame thinking, well, I don't need to do it. I can do it this way. I'm gonna prove everybody wrong that this is how it works. And this is how you get it done.
I had a theory. So right now the Mavericks stand currently sixth 6th in the Western Conference at 33 up and 27 down. Yeah, a half a game over Portland, who just got dealt with, I want to say today. No, they beat the Pacers
They
today.
beat the Pacers.
So, and then I have a theory, y'all,
And
outside.
Dame Lillard's been gone, so he's back now.
Dame is tired. So today, this is like the 13th straight game he's been held in.
Well, he just came back. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He,
But he's tired. His body is tired.
Yeah.
And you got Memphis underneath Portland at so right now, 7th, 8th, 9th, and the 10th teams are Portland, Memphis, San Antonio, and Golden State. Golden State at number 10, which is scary. So you need the Mavericks to not finish in that pool of 4. Like your goal is to keep swimming and keep your head above water at number 6 and stay out of that play-in game. So
I feel like that this has been their plan all along to say if we can get to number 5 or 6, we're good.
you're at 6, but
Yeah.
guess what? Guess who you're facing in the first round?
Phoenix right
that
now.
would be the number 3 team.
You're either gonna get Phoenix or you're either gonna get
Right now, the
or
Clippers.
Clippers.
Or the Clippers.
Right.
Which is, I mean, you're not really trying to face them, I don't think. I would rather have any one of those teams in the top 4 besides the Clippers. That's like the only team that can pretty much beat the Mavericks, if you ask me. Like the Lakers,
In a 7-series strip.
well, yeah. Right now, the scariest team.
You
in
mean
the
without
league-
you mean without LeBron, right?
without, as they stand right this very second.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, even with a hobbled LeBron, I think that the Mavericks could, at least win 2, maybe even 3 games.
They can challenge them.
in a 7 game.
Because again, when they shoot the ball like they're shooting tonight, man, that's a tough out for
So
anybody.
y'all don't think Phoenix gives them problems?
Phoenix always kicks the
They
Mavericks' ass.
don't. They do, but I think the playoffs will be a little bit different because now you can start.
No, what they have over there is they have veteran presence in the playoffs. Mavericks don't have that.
Okay, I'll give you that, but is that really veteran type playoffs? I mean, we're talking about Chris Paul.
Yeah, right. But let's remember now, if he hadn't got hurt in that Houston game, they would go to the finals.
That's
that
the
year.
problem. He
Or
does
West-
get hurt every
West
time he
Finals.
get there.
Yeah,
the problem,
West
right.
Conference Finals.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're still talking about a Chris Paul that's never been to the West Finals. And then we're talking about a Chris Paul, of course, that's never been to the NBA Finals. So, I mean, is he really that seasoned?
Yeah, he is.
Does he know what it takes
He's
to
been,
win?
he know what it takes in the playoffs. Yeah.
Okay.
But you're talking about a team that was hot in the bubble last, or I guess
Yes.
this year.
Yes, and they still hot.
And
They can still.
continued it throughout the season, and down the stretch they're still hot, and they have your number.
You know what that is, though, right? The coach that they have.
Monty.
Monty is damn good at coaching. Damn good at coaching. He's to me, he's got that Jawan Howard feel to where he's got the players bought into his message, and they go out there and give him their absolute best when they're on the court. Like I
agree.
watched them play on Sunday against Brooklyn. Like, Brooklyn they just ended up Brooklyning them, but they didn't quit. Like, even though they were getting doors on, they still fought hard the whole time. Like, when certain teams getting blowed out, they give you that look like, all right, well, we're going to pack this in a minute. They fought the whole time. The entire time. Utah, a lot of people think it's a facade.
I think it's a facade. I don't really think much of them.
They ain't gonna Utah, so
So Spider's still injured, right?
Oh, he was another. Did he roll his ankle too?
Mitchell rolled his ankle severely,
Yeah, he's been out for a minute too.
and everybody's all prayers for so and so. I'm like, it's just an ankle, y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything on Twitter, but it's just an ankle, y'all. Like he rolled his ankle and he's gonna be off maybe 7 games. But golly,
Yeah.
we shouldn't have a ceremony about the guy.
Okay, so another thing that came out. God, I hate we didn't do the post game last night because a question that was presented to me last night. A lot of it. I'm gonna get you that login for the YouTube page because people like leaving comments.
Oh, okay.
I'll go in there and comment back with them. But there was one that was questioning Rick Carlisle about if he is it starting to fall on him because like when I said about Monty Williams about players getting up and playing for him. After last night, they were like, it doesn't look like the players are playing for Rick, and that's a problem. So
Huge problem.
I don't see it.
Well, I mean, they got blew out by the Sacramento Kings. But I guess then you come back and say, well, look at tonight. They gave you 62 and 32. They beating the Golden State Warriors 62 to 32. So,
That also has that also can give
is that in spite of Rick though?
credit to the coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he can go out there and be like, hey, they kicked y'all's ass out there. It wasn't me out there playing, it was y'all. So you guys may want to go out there and avenge yourself off this bullshit ass loss that you just had last night. It was just last night. Now you're up against one of the deadliest shooters of all time, and you're kicking his ass up and down the court. without your quote unquote number 2 player. So you got your same role players who
just know my guys over there watching too. He taking notes.
So peep this, Mike Bassett. I don't want to call him out, but a lot of times he goes, well, it's just Luka, Porzingis, and a whole bunch of role players or NBA D-League type players, right?
Well,
and then sometimes those same guys will just jump up and go, "Hey, fuck you, media! Watch this. I'm gonna show you why I'm in the league." That's what Powell did against the Lakers. That's what Brunson does every other night. I mean, I'm just giving y'all names of guys who will sporadically show up. I had to
live through that Saturday night with this guy to the right of me. I mean, you would have thought Dwight Powell won an all-time scoring record with this guy here. I mean, he changed his Twitter avatar to Dwight Powell. I mean, I was doing apologizing. You need to apologize to the people too. You told us that Dwight Powell was gonna have 15 and 9 last night.
Yeah, well,
and if hold on, let me get over.
Well, it was 5 and 15 minutes.
Some Lamar Odom numbers, boy.
That's okay. I mean, again, he's not your
Whoopi Goldberg numbers. You know what that means, Quincy? Ugly.
He's not your premier scorer. I get it. I mean, I thought he was going to do more, man. But the Mavericks as a whole, as a team, did not play well. They just keep shooting threes and hitting them. When they're playing like this, man, these guys are going to be just very, very difficult to beat, man. And I think what a lot of people don't think about with the Mavericks when they get into the playoffs, man, there's no pressure on them. No one expects the Mavericks to win. Nobody, except for us. Some of us, the MFFLs, think the Mavs should win certain stuff. But just
I'm about to say, we probably going for the Clippers.
Yeah. across the board, nobody expects the Mavs to really make any noise. So it's like, they go out there, they just play free. If they want to jack up three, Steve Kerr's over here about to blow a gas.
Oh yeah, because he saw some double dribble action. He was wondering why they couldn't get the call. I mean, when you get your head beat in, you want everything.
Yeah, Mavs are up by 34 points, but I can't even celebrate this and get excited, man, because of what I saw last night. And that's the thing. If you think about it, the Mavericks wouldn't have dropped those stupid ass games.
Lose to Detroit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the Mavericks didn't lose these stupid ass games that they tend to lose, man, they would very well be in the 5th seed right now. Man, they're 2.5 games back on the Lakers. And the goal was to take advantage of the fact that LeBron and AD weren't there. I mean, we moved up a little bit.
You got to put your foot on their neck when you seen it.
But you
got to give them kudos for even making their way to the 6th seed.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially the way the season started. I mean, at one point, remember this team was on a 6-game losing streak, and we were like, man.
But but last night they looked at like the COVID team again.
Yeah,
they looked at like the team that had COVID last night.
They did.
So, There's something that the Mavericks got to figure out. Luka talked about it at the one game when he said, we got to play with the same energy every night. Sometimes I think he said we don't take games serious. I think that was last Thursday.
Why did you say that, Lucas? Why did you say that?
Yeah, he said I don't think we play or we don't take games serious or whatever. So, if that's the case, then what is it? And I think Callie asked him that last night. What type of energy do you have to bring to make sure that he said, I don't know.
Well, did you see how they came out today?
Right.
Like when you come out and you can't miss shots, and then the night before it was just the exact total opposite.
They can't miss nothing tonight.
Right. I mean,
everything they putting up is going in.
Exactly. Yeah. So you'll take that as a Maverick fan.
Right.
You'll say, hey, you know what? If you do that shit in the playoffs, then you're going to beat some people. I'm sorry. Look what the 2011 Mavericks did. They were the 6th seed as well.
Right.
And then they came in dropping bombs on all those dudes in the playoffs, and they didn't miss shots.
I want to warn you. I want to warn you, though. I want to warn you something real quick.
What's that?
The Golden State Warriors are starting to hit threes right now. They're starting to get it going just a little bit.
Yeah.
This thing might get interesting here. We got 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yep, I got us up by 32 points.
Well, Luka, he firing. He keeps coming at him. He's not stopping. But also, real quick, the NBA announced today that the play-in game is going to be set. This is happening. It's not.
Yes, it's permanent.
It's permanent
for now.
For now,
yeah.
I feel like it is a good thing.
Give it 3 years.
It is going to stay because it's kind of a good thing. It's going to be great to see. I feel like it's going to give you a March Madness feel because you're going to see a team. At least one of these 3 years, you're going to see a team like
upset somebody.
You're going to see them upset somebody, and you're going to see them upset like one or two teams and keep going, which is going to be pretty nice.
Yeah, because basketball is actually one of those sports where like you can really make noise once you get in the playoffs. I think. I
Oh,
mean,
they
football
started double
obviously
team
because it's
Luka
one and
now.
done, but basketball, if you can get a team that you don't expect to be there, and all of a sudden, like we talked about Phoenix earlier. What if Phoenix would have went all the way last year? You know what I mean?
You know, like Dame Lillard and like how they got
or Portland.
yeah,
A
they
team
got
like that.
they got in it and on the
Who
Ace.
could never get over the hump, and all
Right.
of a sudden,
And then, you know, the first game they came out, what they do? They punched the Lakers right in the mouth. Got a dub. Game 1. Now imagine, you know, they just ran out of gas, but let's just say like a Pelicans was coming in hot right then, and they beat the play-in team and get in and had to play Utah.
yeah, because teams like that, you know, not to get off teams like that if you knock off the number 1 team, and you have that much momentum, like hell, the number 1 is out the way. I could beat number 4 or whoever the subsequent team is.
That also tells me, though, if they're going to stick with this play-in situation, this little small play-in tournament between 7 through 10, then you must stay at 72 games a year. Because you can't go 82
Yeah.
and then say, hey, oh, by the way, you got this play-in tournament over here. So basically what's going to happen is the players probably agree with the association, the players union versus the association, say, you know what? Their networks, this whole tournament thing may sound fun, but us, the players, or we the players, can we just keep it at 72 to keep away from injuries, to
Okay.
keep away from, you know, just low management and stuff like that. If you want to see us a lot, shave
But you know
2
that's what
games off.
created this too, right? All that load management.
Yeah.
That's what created that. That's number 1. So number 2 is all the players can play right now, but I guarantee you when it's their opportunity to get in that play-in game and they get it and get in there and play and win and get in the playoffs, they're not going to complain about it at all.
Of course not.
Because right now they don't see it because, you know, the season started too early. You know, we had an all-star game. Now you're doing this year. They don't see the point of it. But as time go on, they're going to see the point of it. And I think it's going to be some damn good basketball.
Yeah, I just don't see them doing 82 plus a tournament and then
But
expecting.
not everybody has to play in the tournament, though. It's not like the bottom seed
Yeah,
teams.
the last 4 of each side.
Right.
It'll be fun. You know, you got 8 teams duking it out. Basically, it's like the bubble when those guys that didn't get in,
Right.
they said give us the bubble north. Remember, they were
Right.
give us the one in Chicago, and then but they never formulated it. So this is their pretty much scraps off the kitchen table. Like, here you go. Try your best to get in. The two teams under the AC. So you have 4 teams that really don't belong that still have a chance.
So
Yep.
I got an interesting question as a fan. If one of the play-in teams beats your team at 1 or 2, how do you feel?
Pissed.
How do you feel?
Pissed.
Okay, well, you
That's
need
the
to
danger.
ball out. You need to ball out.
Nah, but
Yep.
then it's like the NBA,
I mean, you got to beat us 7 games straight.
I understand that, but the NBA's also. Who said this might only last 4 years or a handful of years? Was it you?
Vosh.
Tavash?
Of who? Which one? Who?
You said like this whole like
The tournament.
tournament thing a couple of years because it's all about ratings, right? At the end of the day,
That's
what-
You want the
here's what it's
finals to be the best teams. What happens if you start having these upstarts and all of a sudden your top 2, one of your top 2 or 3 is getting knocked out each year?
But that's going to create more controversy, and yes, people are going to want to see that because it's like if the Golden State Warriors, who are ranked number 10 right now, come in and
So you're gonna watch the Kings play? Who's random teams?
well, they're not
play
going right now. Hold on, let me
Kings and the Bulls. I'm not talking about this year. We're just talking about.
Well,
the
I'm
fallout.
getting ready to give you an example. Like, let me pull up the teams or the standings right now.
Because the East is already not interesting
Right.
to begin with.
That's dead. Nobody
Just don't be
cares about
surprised.
Okay, so right now we got Golden State Warriors. What they'll play like the Grizzlies or something like that. All right, so Ja Morant and Steph Curry going at it last second. When I say that's the part where I say it's going to be a March Madness field
But
because
this is different because now we have a name. Like
Right.
people are going to tune in to watch.
Yeah.
but
Steph Curry.
what if it's coming down? If it's
Who you
close,
tuning in to watch on the Kings play?
but you know what they're thinking. What also is a good thing too. They think
De'Aaron Fox, I guess.
those teams are going to play super hard that game to where it's gonna be an intense game.
Playoff field.
It's gonna be a playoff field game to where they're gonna be giving it they all in that game,
you know
and you're
who
gonna
had-
see a neck and neck game the whole
you know
time.
who's got the best playoff? And those people hardly ever watch baseball.
Actually, it's hockey.
You think hockey?
Yeah,
Hockey
Yeah,
has
hockey's
the
pretty
best
good.
playoffs of all sports.
I feel like
Baseball's
We
intense
just
too.
fired at the Stars, man. What are you doing? We played the Stars at the top of the show.
I'm saying baseball and World Series, the intensity of the crowd, the crack of the bat. Like,
Yeah.
I guess I like the sport.
Well, just playoff baseball, period.
Pure-
Even,
it's
you know,
just-
the World Series is a whole
It's
nother
just-
level, but yeah.
just different. Now you tell me, you think fans are going to get up to watch
I think they will.
Yes, they will.
a bad team make it?
Yes,
to the
because
finals?
it's not making to the finals. It's just you want to see. You're
I'm
gonna
talking about
want
worst
to.
case scenario. I'm not talking about
It's
just the playoffs.
it's that
the first
Cinderella
round.
story type deal. You want to see if that team is
I don't
going
know
to
if
actually.
people, I
Not
don't know
for
if people care
basketball.
about that. Not in the NBA.
It happens in college basketball.
But that's different. That's college,
Whole
man.
nother- Yeah, we want to see whatever Loyola. Illinois.
What would be a great? What would be great? Like you say, it would be interesting if the Kings were. I mean, hell, it happened to the Mavericks,
I
right?
didn't even say it with a straight
It
face.
happened to the Mavericks, right? The Golden State Warriors were the 8th seed and came in and knocked the Mavericks out.
Oh yeah.
And everybody was like, "Damn, wait a minute!" Everybody was shocked, right? And then
But
they
I'm
went,
sure there were other. I'm sure the Spurs and all the other elite.
I think the
teams
Spurs
put in
won.
there.
The Spurs won that year.
Did they? That was 2007.
Yeah, the Spurs won that year, didn't they?
Yeah, because they played against LeBron and them.
Yeah. Okay. So the Golden State Warriors ended up going to the next round. I think they got eliminated.
Yeah, against the Spurs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they played the Spurs.
Baron
But just
Davis
the fact that that was the first time in history an 8 seed had ever knocked out a first seed.
No,
Who's the other 8 seed that knocked out a first seed?
Matumbo when they beat Seattle back in the
Yeah,
90s.
but that's not the likelihood of that
Oh
happening.
yeah, with G. Okay, yeah.
But
with
the
GP and Sean Kemp. You're
Yeah,
right.
Matumbo was like on the
Yeah,
ground,
yeah,
like
in prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think the likelihood of that happening though. It's like
It's lightning. It's lightning.
Yeah, I mean it's just you're not going to get
But
an
you
8
never
seed.
know. But
that's
hold on,
gonna-
no, you never know because what could happen is the Kings can get up here and play Utah. Donovan Mitchell can get hurt, and now we got something interesting.
But
let's-
all they'll do is just not
let's-
validate that.
Okay, so let's not use the Kings in this situation. Then I'll make it
Golden
even-
State.
I'll add some hot sauce to your
Portland.
to the discussion.
Charlotte.
So right now,
with Lonzo
it's Portland 7, Memphis 8, San Antonio 9, and Golden State right now number 10, getting their
Right.
ass smashed by the Mavericks. You mean to tell me if Golden State won that thing and got to number 8, that they don't have a chance of beating Utah?
Yeah,
Because they will.
They will. Yeah,
They will.
They will. There's
And
not
that
a
would be
chance they will
amazing
beat
if they
them.
did that.
Okay, here's a prime example right here: the Chicago Bulls in the Eastern Conference. Okay,
Now we
now okay,
couldn't
the Chicago
agree.
Bulls could get in here, play the Nets in the first round, and give the Nets the
Yeah,
business.
if you did that. Or even Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Wizards.
If
get in
he
here.
did that shit,
See what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff you look forward to.
No, but that see,
Philadelphia has been
No.
hot all season. They
The
go and play the Bulls.
the Washington thing ain't fair because that's juicy on like so many levels. Like that's
that's a whole bunch of
that's like
storyline.
a soap opera.
Yeah,
right.
And they're number 10. So if they won, got in against Brooklyn, and then you got Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook going against
I
Durant.
guess I was just playing devil
Yeah,
advocate
James
because
Harden
This
and
is
those guys. Yeah,
this
that's
is the flip side.
Yeah,
of
it's
it
the
is
flip side.
because
Yeah,
The Golden States, the Washington.
I'm just when I just seen Chicago Bulls.
Hell, even like I said, Charlotte. Like where's Charlotte at in this? Is Charlotte all the way up?
Charlotte's actually in the playoffs, but they will still be in the playoff game.
They're the AC currently.
Yeah,
So let's say Charlotte moves. Well, it's
even
still
still,
close.
if they come
move,
across the Heat, you still got to worry about the Heat.
And LaMelo comes back from his injury. All of a sudden, you have intrigue. You have
Now you-
that's the good. That's the good. I was
Which is
talking about the ugly.
isn't he clear?
He is clear, but you still want to be cautious that he's young. You don't want to rush him back too quick.
That boy was.
Here, take this HGH and go.
No,
back out
because
there.
remember that they were saying he was. They were already saying he was out for the season. I knew that's because they were like, we want.
Yeah,
This is our
shut
star.
him down. Right.
This is our star right here. We want to be really careful with this. But yeah, like you say, that he was on fire. Now imagine if they got in here and played the 76ers and knocked them straight out, or the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, people would want to watch Charlotte beat the 76ers.
Right,
Like,
right.
like-
So that's what you're getting with this, and I think this is gonna be great. I mean, on the West Conference side, a lot of people are like, I don't know, but on the Eastern Conference side, man, them games on the Eastern Conference side is gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Embiid almost got labeled with that soft label.
I remember before this year, I didn't think he took basketball serious enough for me. You know,
Oh, so he's like somebody we know.
yeah, you know, he
That's
missed.
why
He
I
missed.
didn't want to.
He missed a game. He missed a playoff game because his stomach was hurting, and I'm like, come on, bro. He got diarrhea. I'm like, man, come on, man. You it's the playoffs. You gotta battle through.
Hey,
that.
when he hurt that finger, Kobe, God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant went over on the sideline and said, "Hey, y'all,
Pop it back in place.
Yeah.
Let's go. Tape it together. We going
Let's go.
back.
Yeah.
tape
We going
all
back.
3 fingers.
Yeah, tape
together,
all 3.
shit.
We going back and getting it.
And
Well-
just one more update real quick. 85-55 Mavericks over the Warriors in the third quarter. 4 minutes and some change left over here on TNT.
Okay. Did Steph just hit a 3?
Yeah, Steph. is
I
just
still don't
knocking
like
it
how
down.
they treating Steph out there.
Well, he just what you say. He just hit a 3. Okay, so here's the thing. If
It's a 33-point game now.
if they get down to 20, I'm gonna be concerned. I'm
What,
gonna
about
be
the fourth
concerned.
quarter?
Yeah.
No lead is safe with Golden State,
No.
especially the Golden State of old. But I mean, a 30-point
We're
lead.
in the third quarter. This ain't the fourth quarter. We still got the fourth quarter to go. We got
Well, yeah.
4 minutes left in the. Luka just hit a shot, but if
And then-
if they bring this game within 20, I'm gonna be a little concerned.
Okay, well, Rick just banged the timeout. Oubre just made a 3, so it's still
Ah,
30.
damn.
I know basketball is a game of runs,
Yeah,
but
but they ain't coming
yeah,
back.
it's gonna be
They ain't-
tough,
I
especially
think-
with Luke on
I
the
think the
court.
Mavericks learned their lesson from last night. If it ain't working, like go to the hole.
Well,
mean,
I am seeing a lot of go to the hole
It
tonight.
it
Yeah.
took THJ like
Well,
missing a
you
couple
know,
of shots.
and
before
Billy
he
wanted me to
finally-
apologize for
drove.
THJ's performance out there on the court yesterday because he like Bassett said today on the radio. He's just in the shooting slump right now.
Yeah.
You know, he'll come out of
But
it.
he's living and dying by that 3-point shot.
Yeah.
Well, they're all living and dying.
That's
by
his
it.
No,
career.
but he was more. He had a little bit of high flying, a little bit more driving early.
Yeah,
in his
he can
career.
get to the
He
basket,
can-
man.
That's
He
my
just-
thing. Like
Hey,
guys
hey,
like
whoa,
him.
what are you doing? When you play on this Maverick team, we shoot threes around here. Okay,
Yep.
that's how we had the number
I'm-
one offense in the
I'm
game
sorry.
last year.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, listen, we're Billy. Tell him we're moving this ball around. We're looking for the open shot. We're
Who's
trying to get
moving
on
the ball around.
But the Mavericks are. We're passing the ball inside to get it back out to get over here.
No, they're not playing inside out. I don't know what game you're
Oh,
watching.
yeah.
No, I'm talking about we're gonna pass the ball inside to get
Pass
it
it
back
inside.
out to get it to the 3-point.
Luke is gonna take it inside. He's gonna dribble around. He's gonna pass.
He gonna dribble 18
Well,
seconds on that clock.
Well, now then that's when we're gonna get some step back
Step back
jack action.
I mean, right now it's working for him with 34 points in the third quarter.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
He
I think
kills me
they,
because he can get to the basket whenever.
whatever he wants.
Well, we got to get step back jack in motion. We got to get step back
Mark
jack.
Folwell says we have to.
We got to. Okay,
We have to have step
when
back
things
jack.
are getting out of control, you rely on step back jack to get things under
Nah,
control.
step back Jack needs to show up in a game winning situation. Stop jacking them up. You keep jacking them up, you can go blind.
And those
This
warm,
is-
those
this-
warm turnovers in the fourth
Oh,
quarter.
and
too,
then,
man.
and this is another thing.
Those warm apple turnovers.
We had to put a picture up of some turnovers the other night. What was that? The Lakers game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Lakers
we
game,
man.
we had to put a picture of Apple turnovers on the screen because Billy was saying, he was serving them up to the Lakers the other night. He was just serving them up. I mean, he go down the court. Here you go. You take one. You
I
take
mean,
one.
it's just they're like at inopportune times or whatever. I mean, Luke is not a turnover machine.
Oh,
I'm
no,
not gonna say that, but he has a.
Sometimes he get in that bakery though.
Yeah, but in fairness, though, he handles the rock
Leave that man
way
alone.
too much. We don't do anything to take the ball out of his hands. So I mean, he's going to turn the ball.
You know,
over
'cause it's-
sometimes, but
We used to call somebody like that. Well, not me. Call him a bit of a ball stop, a little cancer.
On this team?
No, he's playing out there in Portland now.
Oh, you talking about my
Carmelo.
guy Melo?
Carmelo.
Well, hold
Your
on.
guy.
My guy Melo gets buckets though, so I mean,
Boy, that was a vacuum. Though.
Yeah,
They
but-
show up. That
I mean, it's
ball's
no different than Kyrie Irving. I mean, he's a ball stopper himself.
He's kind of like Luka. They'll just dribble around in a
He'll
circle.
pass it around a little bit, far more than Melo will. Melo
Well,
gets that ball,
when
it's
you give
going
him-
up.
When you give my guy Melo the ball, you know what time it
Hey,
is. Just get out the way.
Melo, like if you gave me the ball, that means you didn't want.
That means you didn't want to shoot it.
back.
Yeah. Allen Iverson, I think it was Stephen A. who tells the story. He said Allen Iverson told me best. Stephen A. It's 25 seconds to shoot the ball, right? If I give you the ball and the clock is run down and you give it back to me with 15 seconds left on the clock, that means you don't want to shoot the ball.
Meanwhile,
That
San Antonio was swinging that thing and killing people.
means- right. Let's take a break real quick when we come back. We got Tovash here in the studio. Let's talk Rangers baseball real quick before we get out of here. We got to see what the Rangers did. The Rangers lost yesterday.
But they
Right.
won today.
But they won today, so we're celebrating. He's
Game
got his
over.
Rangers gear on. You see that?
Yeah, as I see it, it's a nice jersey.
All right, and his Rangers had, my guy here, he's part of the staff.
Oh, okay.
But let's take a break. We come back. We're going to talk Rangers right here next on DallasOnAir.com.